Do not start this race with a rocket. That is rude. Start with a turtle. The turtle is trying its best. Its tiny legs are moving. Its face says, "Please do not rush me. I have a shell and responsibilities." Then a rabbit appears. The turtle immediately becomes furniture. The rabbit jumps past it, looks proud for about 2 seconds, and then a cheetah walks onto the track. Now the rabbit has a problem. Cheetahs are built like speed, with spots. Their bodies are long, light, springy, and extremely serious about not missing lunch. So the cheetah runs, the rabbit becomes a tiny blur of regret, and the turtle is still somewhere near the start line, making important turtle decisions. But then a car arrives. Not a toy car, a real car. Suddenly the cheetah looks less like the king of speed and more like a very athletic cat standing near a machine with wheels. Then a Formula One car arrives. Now the normal car looks like it brought a lunchbox to a sword fight. The F1 car screams down the track, low and red and dramatic, like someone turned a shark into a chair. Then a train enters. The train is not good at turning around politely, but on a track it can move with huge, heavy confidence. Then a fighter jet appears. The race has officially become unfair. The jet does not even need the ground. It climbs into the sky, makes a terrible noise, and leaves everyone else looking like they are standing in a school hallway. Then a rocket shows up. At this point, the turtle should be allowed to go home. The rocket does not race like an animal, a car, or even a jet. It leaves the ground, fights gravity, climbs into space, and makes the whole race feel like a tiny drawing on a napkin. So is the rocket the fastest thing ever? No, the rocket is fast, very fast. But it is not even close to the weird part. The weird part starts when the sky flashes. Imagine you are outside during a storm. Suddenly, lightning cracks across the sky. You see it instantly. Then you wait. 1 second. 2 seconds, maybe 3. Then the thunder arrives, loud and late, like it missed the bus. That delay is a clue. Lightning and thunder happen from the same event, but they do not reach you at the same time. Light gets to your eyes first. Sound has to run through the air. And sound is fast, but compared with light, sound is basically wearing wet socks. This is the first big turn. The flash beats the boom, every time. That is why you can see lightning before you hear thunder. The light from the lightning races to you so quickly that your eyes get the news first. The sound follows behind, puffing, holding its knees, saying, "I am here too." So now the race is different. It is not turtle versus rabbit. It is not cheetah versus car. It is not jet versus rocket. It is sound versus light. And light does not just win. Light embarrasses the scoreboard. In empty space, light travels about 186,000 miles every second, or about 300,000 kilometers every second. That number is so large, it stops feeling like a number and starts feeling like a prank. In 1 second, light could go around Earth several times. In 1 second, a turtle could move a little bit and feel proud of its choices. This is why light is the fastest thing in the race. But here is the stranger part. Light is not only very fast. Light acts like the universe's speed limit. A speed limit is simple. If a sign says you cannot go faster than this, your car may complain, but the sign does not care. The universe has a sign too. It does not have a pole. It does not have a bored police officer. But the rule is there. Nothing with weight, like a turtle, a car, a rocket, a sandwich, or your backpack, can be pushed all the way to light speed. You can make it faster, then even faster. But as it gets close to light speed, it becomes harder and harder to speed it up more. It is like trying to push a shopping cart that keeps getting heavier every time you push it. At first, easy, then annoying, then impossible. This is where people usually bring in Einstein. But do not worry, we are not giving the turtle math homework. The simple idea is this. Light is so important that space and time have to follow its rule. And once you say that out loud, things get very strange. Because your first idea might be obvious. Build a bigger rocket. Then build a bigger rocket for the bigger rocket. Then add extra engines, extra fire, extra buttons, and one very nervous person holding a clipboard. That works for normal speed. If a bicycle is too slow, use a car. If a car is too slow, use a jet. If a jet is too slow, use a rocket. But light speed is not just the next step on the ladder. It is the top of the ladder, and the ladder is yelling, "Stop climbing me." The closer something heavy gets to light speed, the more energy it takes to make it go even a tiny bit faster. So a rocket cannot simply say, "One more engine please," and become light. The universe says no, very politely, with physics. First, a light year. This word is a trap. It sounds like time. It is not time. A light year is distance. It means the distance light travels in 1 year. That is why space people use it. Space is too big for normal measuring. If you measured stars with meters, the number would get so long your pencil would need a nap. So we use light. Light is fast enough to make giant space distances easier to talk about. 1 light year is not 1 year of waiting. It is 1 year of light running. Now imagine a turtle year. That would be the distance a turtle travels in 1 year. This is a terrible space unit. If an alien said my planet is 4 billion turtle years away, nobody would visit. The map would cry. So light year is useful because light is the champion of moving. But speed still has one more trick. What happens if you ride in a rocket that goes extremely fast? Not normal rocket fast. Not wow, that is a rocket fast. Almost light fast. The answer is not just that your hair looks bad. The answer is that time starts acting weird. Imagine two clocks. One clock stays on Earth. The other clock rides in a super fast rocket. The rocket blasts away, turns around, and comes back. When the rocket returns, the two clocks may not agree. The Earth clock says one amount of time passed. The rocket clock says a different amount passed. Nobody dropped the clocks. Nobody forgot the batteries. The clocks disagree because very fast motion changes how time is measured. This is called time dilation. That sounds like a serious science phrase wearing a tiny necktie, but the idea is simple. Time is not one giant invisible clock that everyone shares in exactly the same way. If something moves extremely fast, close to light speed, time for that moving thing can pass differently compared with someone who stayed still. For everyday life, this is tiny. Your bike does not make you a time traveler. Running to the fridge does not make you younger than your sandwich. But for very fast things, the difference becomes real enough that scientists have to care. In fact, super accurate clocks can notice tiny time differences that normal people never feel. Satellites above Earth use very precise clocks. Those clocks do not behave exactly like clocks on the ground because they are moving fast and sitting in a different place in Earth's gravity. If engineers ignored these tiny clock differences, systems that depend on satellites could slowly get messy. Not a dragon appears messy, more like your map thinks you are in a lake messy. So relativity is not just a fancy idea living in a science book. It quietly helps real machines agree about where and when things are. The turtle still does not care, but your phone might. This is why light changes the whole race. Before light, speed is simple. The rabbit beats the turtle, the cheetah beats the rabbit, the car beats the cheetah, the jet beats the car, the rocket beats the jet. Everyone understands the line. Then light appears, and the line turns into a rule book. Light says, I am not just first, I am the limit. And when the universe has a limit like that, clocks, distance, and motion all start following rules that feel impossible at playground speed. So what is the fastest thing ever? If we mean things moving through empty space, the answer is light, not sound, not a cheetah, not a fighter jet, not even a rocket. Light. The same thing that lets you see lightning before thunder arrives. The same thing that turns a year into a distance. The same thing that makes time itself get weird when anything tries to chase it. The turtle never had a chance. But honestly, neither did the rocket.